Hello guys, Rach Espinosa here again, and today I'm gonna show you how to play infernal gallops. Okay, before we proceed to the technical part of the video, which I'm pretty sure is why most of you are watching this, it's very important that you know the fundamentals about gallops. If you don't know anything about musical notation, time signatures, etc., I strongly recommend you to do a little research on the internet about this subject. I mean, just the basics. You don't need to become a first sight reading master or something, but you got to learn the basics if you want to fully understand what I'm about to explain here. So go. Okay, please take a look at the picture in the screen right now. This is the most basic form of a gallop. 1/8 note and a couple of 16th notes. Of course, there are people out there that could tell that you can make a gallop out of 1/2 note and a couple of quarter notes, and they're right, of course, but this is the most traditional way to write them and to play them. Now, if we place this same figure several times across 2 4/4 bars, we will have something like this. This is a classic Iron Maiden galloping. I know they didn't invent gallops, but it is very clear to me that they were the first band that made them a very important part of their sound. This whole figure will sound like this. Okay, now let's see at this next picture in the screen, in which I placed one more 8th note in between the pairs of 16ths. It sounds like this. Again. It doesn't matter how many 8th notes you want to put in between the pairs of 16ths. The only one rule for a gallop to be a gallop is that the 16ths must be grouped in pairs, always. Not 3, nor 4, or 1, no, pairs. And you can make any sort of combinations that come to your mind. Like in the next picture, in which I placed 2 inverted classic gallops, Iron Maiden gallops, whatever you want to call them, at the end of the second bar, in order to make some sort of a feel with the guitar. It sounds like this. Again. This is a classic I-stirred gallop riff. You can always make other types of combinations with non-gallop related figures, like in the next picture, in which I place 8 16 notes at the end of the second and the fourth bars, and it sounds like this. Just use your imagination. Alright, technique. This technique has just one big S requirement. Do you see this? Almost every decent guitar teacher in the world would tell you that this is the most ergonomic way to hold the guitar pick. And they're right, it really is. But this won't be of any use here, because you are going to move your fingers and you need to hold the guitar pick like this. I mean, with 2 fingers or 3 fingers, it doesn't matter actually. But you're going to move them. All the work is made by the fingers. I mean, of course, you're going to move your forearm and your wrist a little, but all the major movement is made by the fingers. This technique will help you to improve several things. It will help you to gain more speed, infernal speed actually, while playing gallops. It will help you to control them and play them like a robot, which is probably the hardest part. And it will teach you how to maintain that infernal speed constant during large periods of time without getting your forearm or your wrist tired. It is based in 2 positions of the fingers: the rest position and the work position. Rest position, work position. Rest, work, rest, work. And it is thanks to the sum of all those insignificant rest intervals that you are going to have enough stamina to keep playing gallops for longer periods of time. So remember, rest, work, rest, work, rest, work. Now, before we proceed to the cool part of the video, the suggested exercises section, please take a look at this picture. This picture is the first one that I showed you at the beginning of the video. The red arrows show how you hit the notes. The 8th and the first 16th notes are going to be downstroked. And the only one note that you're going to play upstroke is the last 16th. The blue marks show in which position you are going to attack the notes. All the 8th notes are going to be attacked in the rest position because they are slower and we have the time to take a little break here, so take it. Save stamina for later. And every single 16th note in your whole gallop sequence is going to be attacked in the work position, because in the work position our forearm is more tense and we can play faster. We need to play faster because obviously 16th notes are faster. So this picture is like the core of the whole video. So you want to put some extra special attention on this. Okay, this is a close-up of the technique. Please notice that almost all the major work is made by the thumb and by the index finger. They bend like this while playing. And remember, 8th note, downstroke, rest position. Then the first 16th note, downstroke 2, but work position. And finally the last 16th, work position 2, but upstroke. And it looked like this. Of course, this technique will help you more with faster tempos, like in the next exercise. Okay, now I'm gonna show you 3 suggested exercises for you to practice. The first one is an excerpt from a song called Dante's Inferno of the band I Stirred. The second one is an excerpt from a song called Train of Ghosts that I wrote for my band Uberhate. And the third one is an excerpt from a song called A la luz de luna llena that I wrote to for my ex-band Versus. So here you go. Alright, there is a link at the description of the video to a guitar profile with every single figure, every single exercise that I showed in this video. Just remember, like everything on guitar, like almost everything on guitar, you should start practicing these exercises at a comfortable tempo till you master it. Then increase it again and master it, and increase it again and again and again, and so on. Well, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you today. Now you are ready to make people wet themselves with some serious Gallop devastation on stage. Thank you very much. My name is Rach Espinosa. By the way, it's Rach, not Rach. I hate that. Rach Espinosa. Thank you for watching. See you next time.